We don't have the money, we don't have the drugs.
So what about the van?
Well, we've put the index out and Uniform are looking into it.
It was hired by a Stanley Coleman with a credit card. The licence details don't check out, so I reckon it's a bogus ID.
Does Gary know what he's done?
He does now.
What was he doing there?
Well, he said it was a family matter.
CID are going berserk. In uniform, Gary, on duty. What were you doing?
I was going to apologise to my dad.
For what? Come on, spit it out. For what?
For beating him up.
OK. Now, you've been assaulted to go and see the FME and write the incident up immediately.
My dad's still out there.
Be that as it may, you just do what I tell you to do. That is your first priority. Go on.
The gunman was a right nutter. I swear he was going to shoot me, and then my dad put himself forward.
We didn't want to see you get hurt, did he?
Well, that'd be the first.
Look, Gary, at the end of the day, still your dad.
What? He's prepared to put himself on the line for my sake.
149 from Sierra Oscar. Report duty officer in CAD. Over.
That's about my dad. Sierra Oscar from 149 received. What's up? Ma'am, is it my dad?
Keep me updated on Reggie's condition. Out you go.
Look, if it's OK, I'd like to be out there looking for him. We had an unconfirmed sighting of a van on the White Gate estate.
No, you're not going anywhere.
What? We need to get bodies out on the street. The more time the gunman has to...
I want you here.
This is my dad we're talking about.
I know it is. And that's exactly why you are not putting a foot outside this station. You are personally involved and wound up as tight as a cat's backside, which makes you a liability on the street. Now, take a desk in CAD and you'll be first with the news. Or if you don't fancy that, you can stew in the writing room. It's your choice.
Photographs of the jerk who pulled the gun, took Alan Best hostage. What about the van?
No, nothing positive. How many white vans are there on the road?
Thousands.
So the tip-off was that Bob Coles was going to do the pick-up personally. We want him and the garage owner, Ronnie Clark. Maybe Coles got spooked and he sent this bloke instead.
Which is why I'm checking all the known associates of Bob Coles. Oh, here we go. There he is, King Coles. That was before the Fenton Street job. Now, if we can just tie the two together. Hey. Bingo.
Great. Stephanie. Oh, Mum, we've ID'd the gunman from the garage, Obbo. Jules Ellis.
What do we know about him?
He's a small timer who wants to muscle into Bob Coles' mob.
Small time with a gun and a hostage.
Well, we're going to go to Ellis's home address, see if we can find something that will link him and the drugs to Bob Coles.
He's armed and dangerous. Go to the house, but remember, finding him is your first priority. Your collar can wait. And you get ARV for assistance. I don't want CID competing with uniform for hospital beds.
Mum.
Look, Ellis is holding Alan Best hostage. He's not going to be in the house.
Well, now we're here.
Look. This is DS McAllister. I'm calling from the suspect, Jules Ellis's house. The suspect may be inside, entering with DC Drummond. Ellis?
Yeah, why would he trash his own place?
OK, somebody else. Who?
King Coles.
They've identified the gunman. There you go.
All units from Sierra Oscar. Suspect involved in the abduction of Alan Best is a Jules Ellis. Repeat. Jules Ellis.
If Bob Coles trashed Jules' house...
Well, of course it was. He wants to know where his smack is, doesn't he?
Well, let's wait for forensics. We can't go barging in. We want hard evidence before we front him up.
That's not the point.
No, we just can't go marching in and asking about his mate. We blow every chance of connecting him to the drugs.
Look, Sarge, it's over, OK? It's blown. It's not about Coles anymore. It's about finding Jules Ellis before he does something stupid. Like shoot Gary's dad.